Sit. Good boy. Hey, Artie, I see you. Who's my beautiful Artemis? Look at that gorgeous color. You ready, Regis? Go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Regis Speaks. I got a little bit of an announcement for the few people that do watch me. Hello. I hope everything is going well for you guys. Tomorrow and the next day, I will be having to record our episodes a little on the early side because I'll be going into work a little early. It might still be very dark out, but I promise I will still record. I know I don't have a lot of fans, and I don't mind, but for the few people who do like these videos and who do rely on these, and kind of like sort of a, self-recording vlog for me, so I, one day I don't forget, I can look back and watch. These are for you, and then these are for me. Because I don't plan to be in this neighborhood for long. Hey, Wolfie. There's my other cat. I accidentally adopted 3. How did I accidentally adopt 3, you ask? Well, I think it was August 25th of last year. A man pulled up next to the police station that I was standing next to. I was playing Pokemon Go and I was catching some Pokemon. And he had this mewling tiny little white kitten in this basket. And he was going to give the kitten to... Hey, Wolfie. He was going to give the kitten to the cops because it was a newborn kitten. He said it got tangled in his fence. He had no mama in sight, and he didn't know what to do with it. Well, I have had experience with neonatal kittens. I know to bottle feed every 2 to 3 hours with tons of heat and warmth in between. I know how to stimulate them. I know how to mimic mommy's noises that they make when they get fed, and just all kinds of kitten care. So I took the little white kitten in, which was Artemis that you saw here this morning. And me and a friend of mine, we took turns around the clock. When I wasn't up with the kitten taking care of him, he was up with the kitten taking care of him. And we bought plenty of formula in a little tiny bottle, and, heating bottles and blankets and all the works. And we just heaped all kinds of spoiled on this kitten. Well, not long after, one day on my walk, I want to say a couple months after, Artemis couldn't have been no more than 2 months, when I was taking Regis here for a walk, and all of a sudden this black cat came running up to us. I mean, just like no fear of the dog whatsoever, just running up to us and meowing frantically. Come to find out, her owners moved and abandoned her. So, for the first week, I only saw her in the morning. She came to my back porch and she would sit on my lap, and I would give her all kinds of love and some food, and we would just hang out after I got off of work, because this was back when I worked overnights. And, we would sit and I would give her all love and food, and we would hang out, and then she just started coming inside. And then after a few weeks, she just stopped going outside. So she's pretty much our cat now. Like, she rarely goes outside, and when she does, she goes outside with us when we're on the porch, and she never leaves the porch with us. She always stays on the porch with us. Well, about a month after we adopted her, she went outside and ran off somewhere, and we didn't know where. We thought maybe she was just checking up on her old house to make sure her owners weren't back or something, and a few hours later she comes running back up to the house with Wolfgar. And she was leading him straight to our door. She kept looking back over her shoulder at him like, come on, this is the place. Come on, this is the place. These are the people. And then he was friendly and not afraid of the dog. And he was all sweet and loving from the start too. And, you know, he just started staying in and in more. And, well, he's a Tom. He's a neutered Tom. Turns out his family still lives here, but they just don't want him anymore. They completely discarded him. And you know, one day he got to a fight and he had some really bad punctures on his leg, and I've got some basic medical care, so we took care of it, and his leg is back to being healthy. The punctures are healed, the fur grew back, and he didn't lose his leg. And that's the story of how we got all 3 cats. And you know, I probably shouldn't have taken them in, but I couldn't help it. I mean, these people just abandoned these poor animals to fend for themselves after getting them used to people, and I just didn't think it was right that they be without family or a home and love and warmth, safety, and food, and more importantly, family. And yes, they are all named after characters in my favorite book series by R.A. Salvatore. You've got Regis Rumblebelly right here, which is our dog, named after the famous halfling of the same name. Then you have Gwen, my beautiful black cat, who is named after Dritz de Erden's Black Panther, Guinevere. Then you have Wolfgar, named after the human barbarian that Brunor Battlehammer took in and adopted and raised as his own. And those are our 3 Forgotten Realms characters that we named after our pets. And of course, if we get any more, you know. The only exception is the goldfish. They have Greek names. One is Pi, you know, like, well, of course you know Pi, P-I. And the other one is Alpha. And the guppies don't have names. And the 2 turtles we have, well, they're red-eared sliders, and traditionally the Ninja Turtles were red-eared sliders. I don't care what the canon says now. They're not one of each different species of turtle. It makes way less sense that way. So the big male is named Raphael, and the little baby girl is now Venus. Because yes, I still acknowledge Venus as a Ninja Turtle, even though they think that she's like, I don't know, some kind of embarrassment or something. I thought Venus was awesome. I mean, yeah, she was a little close to Leonardo, but, you know, hey, that was their sister. I guess the problem came about because, you know, it looked like that maybe one of the turtles were going to start dating their own sister, and I guess that's where the problem came in. I don't know. I don't quite understand it. I liked Venus. And that's all my pets' names. Regis, right here. Wolfgar, Guinevere. And somebody left food all over the sidewalk. Somebody had all kinds of fun. A lot of fun. I bet you Wolfgar's gonna be on the back porch waiting for us. He's probably been out all night. He, when he sees us on our morning walks, he'll go and wait for us on the back porch to return. Come on, Ray. Come on, me, Ree. You're a good boy. Oh, sorry, guys. Nearly dropped the phone. I know you guys are probably a little bit tired of, like, all the shaky camera and stuff like that, but I really want to give you guys my promise of unedited, unaltered, 100% real, not fake video. I mean, yeah, I might make an intro sometime down the line and like edit an intro with video clips after I get so many episodes under my belt, but I will never alter content and I will never fake anything. That's my promise to you guys. And we're home. No Woofy. Come on. Maybe he got let in already. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Regis. Walk with Regis. Regis, sit. Speak. 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 Good boy, stay.